Today I've got some fresh tuna, and what I'm going to do is make this with a homemade tomato sauce using chopped tomatoes out of a can. So I'm going to first of all get on with the tomato sauce because that takes the longest to cook. To make the tomato sauce I've put a little bit of garlic in there, put a little bit of olive oil in there, and just wait for about maybe 1 minute on a sort of medium heat, and then we can start pouring in the chopped tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to add 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. The reason I'm adding 2 cans is because I want to keep a little bit of the tomato sauce, because I can have a pasta like tomorrow or something and use this sauce for that as well. So I've got 2 cans in there. Going to put a little pinch of salt, and that's it. Now we're going to carry on cooking that. Ideally, if you can cook this for about half an hour, but do stir it, that's great. Half an hour's perfect. I mean, you can do it a bit longer, you know, the more time really, the more it sort of starts to reduce. Right, I've been cooking this tomato sauce for about 15 minutes. Now the other thing I'm going to add in a minute is a bit of sugar, but what you might want to do is just taste it beforehand. Needs a little bit of sugar for my taste, but obviously you can do this to taste. Now I'm going to just use white sugar, but you can use brown sugar. Now don't forget I'm using 2 cans of tomatoes, so I'm going to use roughly about 3 dessert spoons of sugar, and just give that a quick stir up and leave that cooking for another sort of 15 minutes. So keep on stirring that. I've been cooking mine for just over half an hour, and you can see it's a nice thick sauce now. Good opportunity just to give a quick taste to make sure it's how you like it. I like that as it is. Obviously you can, you know, have it to taste really with the amount of sugar and salt and that you put in. So I'm going to put this aside now, and then we're going to get on with doing the tuna. Okay, I'm going to fry the tuna. What I'll do is use a little bit of olive oil, not very much, just to really get the garlic sort of coated really. So give that a good swash around, and we'll just wait for about 1 minute, and then what I'll do is put the tuna in there on a high heat. So we want to do this on a high heat because all you want to do is seal the outside of the fish. We're only going to cook it really for a couple of minutes. We're not trying to cook it all the way through, just seal the outside, and then we're going to put it into the tomato sauce after. Okay, I'm going to pop the tuna in there. Now I've seasoned the tuna with salt and pepper on both sides, so just pop that in there, and like I say, just give it a minute or so on each side really. I'm just going to flip that over on the pan there. Trying to do it left-handed there, because otherwise my hand's in front of the camera. So, like I say, just another minute at the most, and we'll take that out and put it into the tomato sauce. Okay, I've got the tomato sauce there. Now, because I use 2 cans, I probably don't need all that for the fish. So what I'm going to do is just take a couple of ladles, and I can use that for the pasta or whatever tomorrow. So then what we're going to do is just literally now pop the fish in there. That's it. Give that a squash down. So it doesn't matter, you can put the garlic in there as well. So we only want to cook this for no more than about 10 minutes really, and then it's ready to serve up. I finished cooking mine. I actually gave it fractionally longer than 10 minutes, so you see it's a nice thick sauce. So I'm going to now serve this up and have some. Okay, I'm just going to serve up some of that from the pan there. I've got it with a little bit of rice here, but it's good with maybe just bread. Nice and simple. So I mean, what you can do is if you want to add a little bit of colour, you can put a little bit of chopped parsley on there. And so I've got a little bit of rice there. Just going to try a little bit of this. Let me try a bit of this. Get the sauce on there. It's really nice actually. I mean, you can see the fish is nicely cooked, and it's got the flavours of the tomato sauce. This is really great, and obviously you've got a little bit of rice there to go with it if you want that. And don't forget, also I kept a little bit in a little tub, so I've got it for pasta tomorrow. It's a very simple dish, and it's really tasty. It's the best way I've ever done tuna.